Tonight we're making something that's like an old family recipe from my wife's side of the family, which they used to call Haystacks. We in our family now just call it chili rice. Basically, it's chili served over corn chips, kinda. Starting out with some onion, and a little garlic. We're going to let these sweat, get nice and translucent. Okay, once your onions get to the right spot, you're going to go in with some tomatoes. I'm actually using fresh frozen tomatoes, ones I processed in the fall. My last bag. It's about a pound and a half tomatoes, but there's no skins, there's no seeds in these. Still a little bit of the juice in there. As you add the tomatoes, you're also going to add in some chili powder, maybe. About a tablespoon of chili powder. And I like to add either a habanero, dried habanero, or a chipotle pepper. This one's pretty close to about the size of a habanero, so like that. You don't crush it up unless you want a lot of heat. The main thing it's in there for is adding a little bit of smokiness and just a touch of heat, not much. The nice thing is when it's like this, it'll add in the flavor of it, but then you can pull it out when you actually are ready to eat. So now we're going to let this come to a boil before we add into the next steps. Okay, once everything comes back up to a boil, you're going to add in ground beef. You can use just about any kind of meat you want. We just happen to like ground beef for this. Green beans. Tomato juice. It's a very tomato-centric chili. Okay. Now, this right here is going to go for a little bit before we finish off with some rice and some black beans. Basically, I just want this to come to a boil soon. Okay, once this comes to a boil, that's when you're going to start adding in your rice, this stuff, yeah, and the black beans. Basically, you just want to get these mixed in. This stuff will end up being very thick, especially the second day. The rice just absorbs a lot of liquid. You kind of want that for what we do with this. Now we'll let this go for just a few minutes. Let it get in there, marinate in flavor. We can check it again, check the flavor, make sure everything's right. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty much almost ready for plating. Looks good. Check this. The flavor's pretty good. So we're almost there. Okay, the way we finish these is a little bit of corn chips. Fritos are good. And then, just like so. Oh, little cheese on the top, like so. Dollop of sour cream. That's our Haystacks, or chili rice.